Hello and welcome to Express Drives. I am Arup and today we have one of India's most favorite sedans with us. That's right, we have the Honda City with us, but in its hybrid avatar. So yes, the good news is that Honda is finally planning to launch the EHEV as it's officially called. Now, Honda believes that this sedan is going to be the answer to all that range anxiety which electric vehicle owners face. Now, there's a lot more to it than just returning a very high efficiency. There's a lot more to it than that. It is actually packed with advanced driver's assistance system, so it's a state-of-the-art vehicle, and we will tell you in details what to expect from the EHEV. But before we give you all the details, please do subscribe our channel. We would love to hear from you, and of course do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you are notified any and every time when a new video is uploaded from our end. So when it comes to dimensions, there are no changes at all. It is just like the internal combustion sibling of it, may it be the petrol or the diesel version. And of course, then you're welcomed by that familiar face of the city with this big, thick band of chrome right in between the LED headlamps. The headlamps continue to look very sophisticated with the LED slats. Then the internal LED DRLs are also inside the cluster, and it comes with the L-shaped LED indicators. Now, if you look at the front all-black mesh here, it's again the same as the petrol or the diesel, but the big H logo here, it comes with a blue light. You can't see it right now because we are out in the afternoon, but in the evening or at night when the car is switched on, there's a nice blue light around the logo. So that kind of distinguishes itself from the internal combustion engine vehicles, so everybody knows that that's the hybrid version. Apart from that, everything else is more or less the same. The bumper design is the same, and you also get the same claw-shaped fog lamps, which are again LEDs. So now looking at the side profile, again it remains the same. It has that handsome swooping roof line. Then you get these bold character lines that are running across the profile, across both the doors. And it continues to also be paired with 16-inch alloy wheels, which are dual tone black and silver. But because the hybrid comes with 253 Nm of torque, Honda has decided that it should be paired with 4 disc brakes instead of 2. So now looking at the rear, Honda has introduced some smart little tweaks, like the rear spoiler here. It's not that huge or massive that demands a lot of attention. It's smart and beautifully merged. Then it continues with the wraparound LED tail lamps. So the one thing that distinguishes the EHEV from the standard Honda City is the badging right here, which is on the boot. Otherwise you won't really find any badgings as such. As we mentioned earlier, the big H logo, like in the front, it also gets a blue light background in the rear, and the lower lip, if you look at it closely, comes with a carbon-ish finish. It doesn't look too tacky, honestly. It looks a bit smart. All in all, the car still has a very decent road presence. So now we're sitting inside the EHEV, or the City Hybrid as we'd like to call it. It is very smart and it looks quite premium actually, because thanks to the new ivory and black combination, it looks actually very good. But in terms of let's say maintaining it, yeah, it can be a bit of a challenge. But then the thing is, this variant or the hybrid car does not come with a manual handbrake. So that means there's a lot of space here. You can slot in and put another phone of yours here. If not, there is a slot right here. You can put your phone right here as well. So there are additional storage space, and as it doesn't have a manual handbrake, the button is right here for the electronic park system. Now, coming to the infotainment system, it remains the 8-inch infotainment screen. The touch capacity is fairly okay, you can't complain much. Could it be more responsive? Yes, it could be, but again, you can't really, complain so much. The important factor here is that it comes with the analog and digital instrument cluster. Now, this instrument cluster, which gives you that multi-information, is quite helpful because it tells you all about the ADAS system, which we will tell you in details when we are driving it and experiencing it. But like, you have the adaptive cruise system, which you can also set your speed, and the car will cruise at that speed. Then you've got the lane keeping assist. So there are a lot of features which we'll get into, and but all in all, the cabin is spacious, it feels fairly premium, and it's honestly a good place to be in. So finally, we are behind the wheel of the Honda EH-EV. Now, it continues to be powered by the 1.5 litre petrol engine, the tried and tested one, and it churns out around 97 bhp of power. And it also comes with two motors, and those two motors pump out around 107 bhp, so that the total number is quite impressive. But it also comes with an Atkinson cycle. Now, what the Atkinson cycle does is ensures that the car remains fuel efficient all the time. Just to give an example, like if the car is driven within 40 kilometers per hour in the city, then more often than not, or according to Honda, 80% of the time the car will be using the EV mode. Now, that is brilliant because then you're not wasting fuel, and we all know how expensive petrol is, so it doesn't really burn a hole in your wallet. Now, that is about driving the city, but how does it fare when you're driving on the highway? Now, if the car is cruising over 80 kilometers per hour, then the motor, the traction motor, which most of the time provides power to the front wheels, that changes into the engine providing additional power to the wheel, so that again efficiency is not affected in any which ways. But what about the transmission? Because we know when it comes to automatic, Honda usually sticks to a CVT, but in this case they have taken a leaf out of an EV and it just comes with a straightforward 1-speed. Now, the good thing about that is that as it has so much of torque, around 253 Nm of torque, it sustains that power till around 3000 RPM. So when you talk about so much of efficiency, this car is also fairly powerful. It actually does 0 to 100 in 10.4 seconds, which is 0.4 seconds faster than the petrol CVT. So yeah, it's not just about efficiency, it has decent power as well, and it really doesn't let you down. Like its contemporaries and EVs, it also comes with a regeneration system. Now, the regeneration system has 3 different levels, but you choose any level or the third level, which is the most effective one. It is not intrusive, so it doesn't really give you that option to drive one pedal. It gives you that feel that you are in control of the car. So it has that balance of both an internal combustion engine and an EV. Now, what is interesting about this, what Honda has done, is that this car comes with paddle shifters. Now, these paddle shifters are actually the levers by which you choose the level of the regeneration system. So it's quite interesting, and it actually looks quite good and feels good as well. When it comes to safety, Honda has not compromised at all. It comes with the advanced driving assistance system. So what that means is that it comes with additional features like auto emergency braking, then lane keeping assist, even you have your adaptive cruise control. So it has a lot of intuitive and helpful features that add safety. Not to mention that it also comes standard with 6-speed airbags, so it is quite a well-equipped car. After driving the city EHEV for almost the entire day, it is extremely difficult to find a flaw in this hybrid sedan. It is exactly what it's supposed to be. It is an efficient car. We got over 20 kilometers per litre. Now that's both on the highway and in the city. And on top of that, it comes with the state-of-the-art safety features, the advanced driving assistance system, and they work also very well. So now it all comes down to how much Honda is going to price this hybrid sedan. It does exactly what it's supposed to be, and now the ball is in Honda's court.